y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another episode of Yassss for the Mess, and we're here to talk about Kandi, Burruss, and Porsha Williams, okay? Now, you guys already know that this season of The Housewives of Atlanta is coming to an end, okay? We're about to get into their 3-part reunion at this point, and, they're doing interview after interview. They're in the blogs all the time. Y'all already know whenever a show like The Housewives of Atlanta or a show like Housewives of Potomac, when it's coming to an end, they're always in the blogs. They're always doing interviews all the time. Now, what I got here is not necessarily a blog post, but it's a clip of Kandi talking about her current relationship with Porsha Williams at this point in time, okay? And I thought it was pretty interesting, and I wanted to give my take on it. I saw this clip while I was at work, and I'm actually just now getting home from work. This is how much I love y'all. I literally just parked the car, got out the car, walked through the house, threw my keys and wallet, AirPods, charger, portable charger down on the dresser, got my camera out, came in and did a video. I'm still in my work clothes. I just threw my chain on and put on a hat just so I could look presentable for y'all. That's how much I love y'all, and that's how much I'm trying to be consistent and give y'all content, okay? Because this has been a slow week for y'all because I've been trying to rest, but that's another story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the clip for you guys, and then after I play the clip, I'm gonna have a discussion piece. I'm gonna talk about it in the comment section. Y'all can talk about it. So let's get into the clip.
Where does your relationship with Porsha stand? You're laughing already, so we're doing something. So what's going through your mind?
Well, I just feel like it's a constant like we're cool, and then we go into this little place of weirdness sometimes, and then it'll go back to, well, we're cool, I guess. You know what I mean? So, honestly, I feel like we had a lot to disrupt our friendship. And for me, I can't speak for her, but it was a lot to get past. Now that we have gotten, for the most part, past all of the, things from the past, like, it's just, let's just say we are a work in progress. And I feel like we both have put effort to try to, mend the fence and, move forward. I mean, I don't know if the trust is ever going to be the same or anything like that, which is, major if you're just saying that you're trying to have a real friendship. But just as us, being girls that can hang out together and have fun with the group, like, I definitely feel like we've gotten to that point for sure.
Do you guys talk about stuff in the reunion? I know it's kind of been teased and reported that some shit goes down between the two of you.
Same shit is so funny. I don't know why.
No, I was like, ooh, I said a bad word.
Some shit.
I think what it is that, okay, like I said, because of the things in the past, I think there's always triggers. You know what I mean? Like, if you bring up season 9 to me, I'm always triggered. Okay? So, they play those flashback videos. You got Marlo bringing the stuff up from the past. So, I'm triggered. So, it's not necessarily that it was something that happened in that moment that triggered me, but when you start bringing up all that stuff from the past, like, I'm gonna start thinking about, like, yeah, I don't like what you did, and I don't you feel what I'm saying? So there are some it's a moment where I have a reflection.
Yeah. Which we will love to see. I'm excited for that, and I also don't blame you.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand, I guess I would say season 9, so people don't really know, but the whole, situation that happened with me and Porsha and how we fell out with the thing with Phaedra and all that, it's like, yes, I moved past it or whatever, but it's like when people keep bringing it up, or if people start, bringing up flashbacks from that time and stuff like that, I'm always going to feel a way about it. There's never going to be a time where I don't have a negative feeling towards what happened at that time,
Okay, and that was the clip from this interview that Kandi did with these two white girls. I don't know who they are, but like I said, I got that clip from Peach Report Daily. Okay, so that's where I got it from. Now, here's the discussion. Here's the discussion piece. So I read some of the comments or whatever, and I see that, as usual, Porsha's fans are attacking Kandi, accusing her of being shady, and basically saying that she wants to have a problem with Porsha. She wants to have an issue with Porsha. She's never liked Porsha. She's never forgiven Porsha, and yada yada yada. Basically upset because they didn't get the answer that they wanted to get, or basically upset because because she's not necessarily praising Porsha. Looking at that clip, I didn't get any shade from that. I'm just being honest. I didn't get any shade from that. And that's not because I like Kandi so much and I'm quote unquote obsessed with her and all this other dumb shit that I know someone is gonna say. But I felt like that was a realistic answer. I mean, let's just be honest. It's a realistic answer. And I know that you guys think that Porsha could do no wrong. I know you guys think that Porsha is untouchable. I know you guys think that Porsha is a saint. I know you guys think that she's God. I understand that you guys think that. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's very okay. But at the same point in time, I mean, at the end of the day, their relationship is what it is because of what had happened in the past. And you have to understand that they used to be very good friends. Kandi was cool, was close to both Phaedra and Porsha. Okay, she was close to the both of them. Before there was like a big sis, little sis between Nene and Porsha, I feel like the real little sis, big sis thing was between Kandi and Porsha. Kandi always used to look out for Porsha. She used to always defend Porsha, always have her back all the time. She was one of the people that was behind her when she attacked Kenya at the reunion and wanted her back on the show. Like, she was one of the people that was online speaking up for her in that situation. Like, she really adored Porsha at some point in time. But from my understanding, the relationship went south and started going south during season 7. When Kandi and Phaedra started having their issues, it came across as though Porsha, who had just began to be close to Phaedra, mainly because they bonded over the fact that, okay, just last year, Porsha, on Porsha's end, just last year I was having a divorce. Now Phaedra's having a public divorce. Nene has gone through having a very public divorce. So the two of us can be right there for Phaedra, bond with her, whatever. I think that's what it was. Now Kandi was newly married at this point. Not only was she newly married, but she was having issues within her family dynamics with her mom and her husband. She had the canceled play. She had one of her relatives going to jail. I think Kandi and Phaedra both had issues going on at the same time. And sometimes when you're friends and you both got issues going on, you may not have time for each other like you normally would. Phaedra felt some kind of way. She confided in Nene and Porsha about it, even though she said that she didn't. How else would Nene and Porsha know to tell Kandi that Phaedra doesn't feel like she's been there for her? Obviously, she spoke to one of them. Porsha was standing by Phaedra. She felt as though Kandi wasn't vocal enough when it came down to the Kenya thing, when Phaedra was about to slap her with a purse or whatever. So it was a lot of things like that. Even Cynthia said that Porsha was trying to come between Kandi and Phaedra's relationship. And as time went on, Phaedra and Porsha started getting even more tight. And it was a clear crack between Kandi and Porsha at this point. Even during season 8, Kandi was still kind of looking out for Porsha, even still being cool with her at that point. But I think that when that stuff happened with Don Juan and Phaedra and Shamia, they were talking about the whole Todd situation, and Carmen and Don Juan had some words for Porsha and all this other stuff. And I think that Kandi and Porsha sat down like at a restaurant and they had like this exchange about it. It wasn't as heated, but they were having a disagreement about it. And Kandi did feel as though Porsha was taken aside for like a year then. And I felt like she was taken aside too. Then at this point, at season 9, Kandi and Phaedra's relationship was declared dead at this point. They were able to be cordial, but I still felt as though Porsha inserted herself into Kandi and Phaedra's issues. And then it became, to be honest, Sheree really started this Kandi and Porsha situation when she went and gave her the wrong information. All Kandi ever said was that Porsha was dating Block. She mentioned Porsha dating Block because while her and Sheree was having a conversation at the gym, they were talking about Block, and she said, even Porsha told me some things that Block said to her about me. And Sheree was like, oh, so Porsha know the baby daddy? She was like, yeah, she used to kick it with him. That's all she said. Sheree told Porsha that Kandi said that she fucked Block. That's not what she said. She said she used to kick it with Block. She knew Block. She dated Block. That's all she said. Porsha took that and ran with it and was pissed at her about it. And then it went to the next level. Especially when she insinuated that Kandi was a lesbian and all this other stuff. And it just went to a whole nother level. Not only did she insinuate that she was in the closet and all of this other stuff, she also said that Todd was leaving to go to New York City as Marvin. And Kandi had a relationship with a woman. And she tried to drug her and rape her. All kinds of stuff. So at that point in time, Kandi and Porsha was pretty much over with. And I can't for the life of me understand why people don't get why Kandi was ever pissed at Porsha about that. Like, you got to be honest about it. Who in their right mind could ever be cool with a person that set up and said that? Now, the argument is it's not Porsha's fault. Phaedra is the one who started the rumor, which is correct. Phaedra did start the rumor. She did make it up. She told Porsha about it. But the problem is that Porsha was the one who made it public by bringing it on national television. So she's just as foul as Phaedra is. Regardless of the fact that Phaedra started the rumor and gave it to Porsha, Porsha gave it to the world when she said it on TV. And now that she's giving it to the world to say it on TV, now it's still something that lives with Kandi at this point. Anytime, like, it lives with her. The recent allegations against T.I. and Tiny, people are trying to rope her into that shit now. So it's like it's gonna forever follow her around every which way. So when she says that, you know, her and Porsha are okay, they still have their moments where they're in the weird place sometimes, or they'll get back cool with each other, or they'll find themselves at a weird spot again, or whatever. And then she goes into saying, you know, the trust level would never be the same as it once was. There was a lot of things that disrupted their relationship. And there was a lot of things that disrupted their relationship. I gave you the list of the things that disrupted their relationship. So, realistically speaking, Kandi and Porsha would never be the same. They would never be friends like that. That the only thing that could ever be is very surface. It like, you can't trust somebody that's going to that said that about you. You can't trust nobody that's going to run with something that they know is a lie. You can't trust nobody like that. And yeah, Porsha has quote unquote grown and she's done all of this work for herself, but at the same time the damage is done. And it doesn't matter how much you've grown, I would never look at you the same. Like, I would never look at you the same. Like, for example, for me, I'm just using myself as an example, which is why I'm letting you know why I think the way I do and why I have the opinion that I have on this situation. Back when I was 19, I was still in the closet. And I was talking to this girl who was supposed to be my friend, and she was one of the first 5 people that I came out the closet to. I had not come out to my mother, my father, my family, nobody. It was just one person, no, 2 people, and then her. She was like the 3rd person I came out to. So I told her, she, you know, patted me on my back. She rubbed my head. She told me everything was going to be good, you know. And I told her not to tell anybody, especially a specific person who I wasn't getting along with at that time. But what did she go do? She told something that was near and dear to me, a secret of mine that I needed to tell on my own. She went and she told said person that I specifically said, don't run this to. She told her about it. And when she told her about it, I felt betrayed like a motherfucker. And I never seen it for her again after that. And now it's like, you know, it's surface now. You know, we don't hang out. We don't talk to each other on the phone. We don't text each other, nothing like that. But I've gotten past it. It's over with. It happened in 2008. It's over with. So pretty much that happened like now 13 years ago. It happened 13 years ago. So it's like I'm past it, but I don't see her the way that I did back then. Like, I don't look at her the same way. I always side eye her on everything that she says. Like, because when I confronted her about it, she tried to lie about it and say that she never did. But then 2 years later, she admitted that she did. So it's like, When I see her, we speak. You know what I mean? Like, we speak. We have cordial conversation, but that's it. I don't never want to be friends with her again. I don't never want to hang out with her again. I don't never want nothing with her besides, hi, okay, girl, bye-bye. It's just like we were never best friends. It was just like I wasn't going to her house. It's just like I wasn't close to her family. It's like none of that ever occurred because it's not the same anymore. Like, it's a hi and bye now. So when it comes down to Kandi and Porsha, I understand. When you feel betrayed by a person and when you finally get the strength to get past it, it's never going to be right. So her answer was a realistic answer to me. I'm sorry, but it was. It's one thing for someone to betray you with something, but when you go and say, I tried to drug you and rape you and take you to a sex dungeon, it's a lot to go with that, and it'll never be the same. If somebody ever did that to me, I would never, ever talk to them again. Ever. There's one thing about me. I would never talk to them again. Period. Never. I could never see myself talking to anybody that accused me of something that big. Ever. Period. So that's why it baffles me when people get mad with Kandi about her weirdness when it comes down to Porsha. It's gonna always be weird. They're never gonna be friends like that. It's gonna always be on a surface level. Always. That's why it kills me when people be saying she need to get over the shit with Phaedra. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. So that's my thoughts on that. Let's talk about it below. Let's be respectful. Everybody's allowed to have their opinions, but don't come at me about mine. And with that being said, you guys, I'm out of here. Till my next video, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.